Hi everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. Today it's going to be what positive qualities don't you see in yourself? We have 4 piles today, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a moment and consider which might be your pile, and I will see you at your reading. Timestamps are in the description box. Okay, thank you. All right, pile 1. This is going to be your reading if you picked this stone. So this stone is actually associated with the solar plexus chakra. So we'll see if that has anything to do with your reading here. From your tarot, from the Ethereal Visions Tarot, we have Ace of Swords and Knight of Wands reversed. We have Prayer Posture of Courage, type 6, from my Enneagram deck. We have Now or Never, message from type 8. And from the Love Bomb Oracles, we have You Have a Way of Lighting Up the Room. So positive qualities you don't see about yourself. This, to me, is really coming through as connected to the solar plexus chakra, which is the part of us like just below your diaphragm, where it's kind of like the seat of your power. I almost think of it as if you put a fist at the bottom of your sternum and just think about your life force or your will kind of gathering there to make any kind of action or forward movement you might make. That's what the solar plexus is all about. And what else is coming through in your reading? Positive qualities you might not see about yourself. You are really willing to say the truth, to speak the truth, to take that next right action, and to take it forcefully and immediately. And I think perhaps you've either had some feedback in your life from others, or just had the thought yourself that maybe you can be rash or impulsive, or do things without thinking. And Spirit's coming through to say, no, actually, people that have that reaction to you, it's about them, not you. When you have something well up in you to take a particular stand or take some action, it's born of Spirit. It's a gift that's within you. And I think if you were to think back on your life about times where you've done maybe more extreme actions, you would reflect that those have always been important moments. Whether or not there's been an immediate positive or negative result, you could see that long term that there has been a positive result from taking that step. So what I want to know, and I'm going to use my New York City tarot deck for this, I want to clarify, like, why is this the message for pile 1 to hear today? Like, why have they not maybe noticed this before? We have Ace of Swords reversed, right over the Ace of Swords. The Page of Wands reversed. King of Cups reversed. I swear my deck is not upside down. Anything else? The Knight of Cups. Okay, so the reason why, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Wands. The reason why this is the message for you, I'm getting again that this is feedback that people have given you, or perhaps thoughts you've had about yourself, that you're not aligned with what's true, right, or correct, that it's just repressed thoughts, feelings, or emotions coming out, that you're being flighty, that these are flights of fancy, things like that. But again, Spirit is saying, no, that's not actually what's happening. It's when you have this well up in you and you take these actions with this Knight of Cups card, it's an act of love. It's you're being a channel or a conduit for this love and positive energy. Even if you're, let's say, speaking the truth in a hard way to somebody, it's still something that's a positive force in the universe. So that's kind of cool. All right, so that's your reading, pile 1. We wanted these to be kind of short and sweet. I'm going to pull an advice card for you from This is the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck. It's kind of like a mini Rider-Waite. It's a traditional tarot deck, but along with the tarot cards, there's a couple lines of advice. So we have a card for you, and I will just read this and let it stand on its own. And it is the King of Pentacles. Reap the benefits of hard work. There may be a lack of direction around you. Pick up the tools you need to do the work. Your zeal for control could be a stumbling block. Generosity pays for itself. Sweat equity works better than a cash handout. Lead by doing. Okay, thank you, Pile 1. That's your reading. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to hear anything on a particular topic, feel free to leave a comment, and I will get to that topic. And I hope you have a really great new year if you're watching this at the time of upload. Thanks so much. Okay, hello, Pile 2. Let's find out, what positive qualities do you not see about yourself? We have Wisdom of Type 3, believe equals achieve. Nothing stands in your way other than positivity and a plan. From the Love Bombs Oracle, I'm excited for your big change, wishing you the best. I really value your opinion, thank you. And Judgment. Okay, so positive qualities you don't see about yourself. So I'm getting that you don't see this about yourself, Pile 2, because it feels so basic to you. But what Spirit's wanting to say is that this is a really big deal. And what it is that you see how very small steps add up to a whole, or to make a lot of progress in a particular direction. You know that any success or any achievement that anyone has comes from hundreds of small, insignificant moments. At least they seem insignificant to the outside. And because of this, you not only have a lot of successes in your life in a variety of areas, but you also have a lot of wisdom about how to make meaningful change in your life and for the life of others. So you may be in some kind of advisor role. Excuse me, you might be a therapist or a consultant of some kind, a problem solver certainly, but whoever you are, your positive quality is you know what it takes to change, to have success, to have achievement, to make a meaningful shift in life. That's amazing. Pile 2, really cool. So what I want to ask next is, we're going to use the New York City Tarot for this. Why is this the message that you need to hear today for my Pile 2 people? I have the Page of Wands reversed. I'm actually going to put that back because that came out for Pile 1. So I'm just going to shuffle again. If it comes out again, we'll know that it was for you. Just want to make sure the energy from the prior reading is cleared. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands reversed. What else? Why is this the message that Pile 2 needs to hear? Okay. King of Wands reverse, the Chariot, and then on the floor we have Page of Cups. Aw, sweet. Bottom of the deck is the Devil in reverse. So why is this something that you need to hear? First message is that sometimes you may have thoughts that like you don't belong, or maybe you're a fraud, or like imposter syndrome, which is basically this feeling that you're in a particular role, either in the workplace or just in life, and you don't feel like you have what it takes to do that role. You're not quite sure if you're up to the task. I mean, this could be anything from parenting, from being a partner to someone, to being in a particular job or role. And what Spirit is saying is you absolutely belong. And something else I want to share with you about imposter syndrome, actually. So the research on imposter syndrome is really interesting in that people who are average performers or poor performers don't get it. So just by the nature of you having imposter syndrome means that you're at least an above average performer in that field. So I hope that's comforting for you. I thought that was pretty amazing when I read that for the first time. Page of Pentacles, again, is referring to those tiny steps that add up over time. So there's an encouragement here from Spirit to keep taking, how would I say this? So your positive quality is that you know all of these small steps add up to a whole over time. And so the reason you need to hear this is Spirit's wanting to encourage you and remind you, hey, you know this. You know that these small steps add up over time. So if there's some area of your life where you're feeling discouraged, Spirit's just wanting to let you know that things are going to be okay. And you know how this works. King of Wands reversed with the Chariot and the Page of Cups. Yeah, so I'm getting that there's maybe some area related to your inner thoughts and feelings that you're not feeling as stable as you would like to. This could be anything from a grief process that you're going through, or maybe you're going through a really hard time, like let's say you're trying to get pregnant, or you've lost someone really meaningful to you in your life. Something big that you're going through that you know, like intellectually, that you can't control how you feel during this time, but it still makes you feel wobbly and you don't like that. Spirit is just letting you know that you're doing a great job caring for your inner child, who maybe reminds you of this little girl here, regardless of gender. By the way, total aside, but I find inner child meditations really fascinating, and something about them that just kind of blew my mind recently was that your inner child could be a different gender, could look totally different from you. I don't know why I found that so profound, but the reason I mention it is there's obviously a little girl here on the Page of Cups card, which may or may not represent something or have some qualities of your inner child, regardless of your gender. So I guess I'm just encouraging you to think more broadly about what the qualities of your inner child might be. It might not just be, pictures of you from when you were 3 years old or something. So, okay, anything, Spirit, that I missed for pile 2 that you want to let them know? Ton of Cups. That's a great message. So this is with the Strength card reversed at the bottom of the deck. So Spirit just wanted to let you know, look, I know that you maybe don't feel at your best right now. You feel, again, a little bit more wobbly than you would like to, but you're on your way to your ultimate happiness and fulfillment. It's going to happen for you. Just keep taking those steps. So to end your reading, pile 2, I'm going to pull a card from the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck. This is a Rider-Waite deck with some actual advice written on it, so I will just read this and let it stand on its own. So it's the Temperance card, and the advice here is, what energies in your life require changing? Who is trying to throw you off balance? While you can go with the flow, please examine what needs to be altered. Don't answer one way or the other just yet. Temperate responses change critics to collaborators. Keep calm, think before answering. Okay, thank you, pile 2. Appreciate you being here. I'm wishing you a great 2023. If you're seeing this around the time of upload, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more readings like this. And I hope to see you in a future reading. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, pile 3. If you chose this emerald stone, here is your reading. From my homemade Enneagram deck, we have message from the 6, trust yourself, you know more than you think you do. The gift of type 1, goodness, alignment, and right action. From the Love Bombs Oracle, you have a way of bringing people together. More than once, kind words from you have made my day. Thank you. Your calming presence is truly appreciated. Your sense of humor makes life more fun. You have great taste. And from the Ethereal Visions Tarot, 10 of Pentacles and the Fool. And by the way, this stone is a chakra stone. It's associated with the third eye chakra, or the Ajna chakra, which is between your eyebrows on your forehead, and is associated with your intuition, being able to see behind the scenes, or kind of the overall concept of something. Okay, so positive qualities you don't see about yourself, pile 3. Let's see. So generally, you don't see how well liked you are, and how abundant you are, and how it's almost like there's this positive flow that comes from you, pile 3, that you just don't notice, but really impacts others in a positive way. Maybe you're more on the quiet side, and so you notice this from perhaps more extroverted people, like if they tell a joke and entertain everyone, or if they're really engaging or funny or exciting to be around, you can notice the impact that has on someone. But the difference is, with more of an extroverted energy, that has like a more intense energy that is shorter lasting, basically. Introverts may have a more subtle impact, but it's more sustained and consistent over time, whereas extroverts, it's more like in bursts of energy typically. So because it's more subtle and in small amounts over time, you don't notice that people experience you as enlivening, as nurturing. Is it nurturing the word? Well, the word would be however it feels for you, if there's like a stream of constant positivity that's coming from somebody else, that's kind of washing over you. And that sometimes comes from you in the form of humor. It sometimes comes in the form of like calm or serenity, or just letting things be, like kind of like radical acceptance, surrender kind of thing. You may sometimes offer kind words to somebody. You may bring others into the fold that maybe are on the edges. There's just all these small ways that you contribute, particularly to the world around you. I'm thinking almost like in a social situation. So this could be at work, in your family, in your friend group, with your partner or friends. You have a very profound impact, but it comes through hundreds of small moments. Spirit's also wanting to say that with these 2 Enneagram cards here, how would I say this just right? What's coming through? So there's this concept in Christianity called the fruits of the Spirit. So basically, meaning if you have a relationship with God, then you start to see the fruit come out in your life. And the fruits, they say, are things like gentleness, patience, self-control. There's a whole list of them. And so what I'm getting from Spirit that you should know is none of these things are about any particular thing that you do or the way you tell a joke, or it's just flowing naturally from you based on the personal and spiritual work that you've done within yourself. And I think the reason that that's coming through as a message is to reassure you that there's nothing, like there's no maintenance plan here. You don't have to listen to this reading and be like, okay, that's a positive thing. I need to see if there's a way that I can increase that in my life and do that more or pay attention. No, there's none of that. It's natural, it's happening. It's just something to recognize about yourself. Okay, and the next question is, why is this the message that my pile 3 needs to hear? Which I think we kind of answered a little bit just now with the, no need to maintain this. But let's see if there's anything else for my pile 3 people. Okay, we have Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. We have 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, the Lover's reverse, Knight of Swords. So the reason this is important for you to know is there either currently are or in the recent past have been people in your life who do not reflect this back to you. They do not mirror back, wow, pile 3, you're a wonderful person. You have such a calming, peaceful energy about you. You're a delight to be around. No. The message you get back from them is that there's conflict or disharmony between you, that there's something like some fatal flaw with you, that they don't enjoy being around you, that it's not a good relationship, basically. And so this has kind of done a number on your self-esteem. And Spirit is wanting you to know that that has more to do with them than it does with you. And you've been hesitant to accept that because you are a growth-oriented person. You always want to be looking to yourself and being like, okay, well, how am I contributing to this problem? Sometimes with some problems, it really is just them and not you. And this is one of those. So if you're, and this, I'm also hearing this could be used for you as a general rule. If you're in a relationship that feels disharmonious, or like there's a lot of conflict or negativity, that's not coming from you, because that's not something that you allow within yourself or that you promote in your relationships. So that's about that person. And it's okay for you to distance yourself or protect yourself from that, either short term or long term, just to prioritize your own peace. Okay, anything that I missed there, Spirit, either to add or to correct with what came through there? We have the 8 of Wands. Nine of Wands reversed, 4 of Wands, and the Sun. Beautiful message. So the message is you are growing at an extremely fast rate, and some of the recent experiences you've had where it's felt like more of a slog, where you've been pushing a rock uphill, where it's felt very difficult and overwhelming, that time is passing. You're going to feel more of how much you belong to yourself and to the world around you, and you'll be able to see more just how much you've achieved by turning your attention inward, turning your attention to your spiritual life. You'll begin to see and understand at a deep level, oh, I have been doing the work. Why have I been so hard on myself? And that's going to fill you with a lot of optimism, peace, joy, and happiness. That's amazing. Okay, so to end your reading, let's pull you a card from the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck. This is just a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck with some advice. I'll just read the advice and let it stand on its own. Ace of Cups. Someone offers you a heartfelt gift. Love spills over, so tell someone how you feel. Emotions may be a bit much for now, but remember that they are like water. Don't dam up the feelings of this moment. Let them flow freely. Okay, that is your reading. Thank you, Pile 3, for coming by. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you did. And I hope to see you in another reading. All right. And hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. If you picked this stone, which is associated, this is the chakra stone, and it's associated with the sacral chakra. Nope, it's not. Why did I say the sacral chakra? With the root chakra. The root chakra is about your stability, your home, your creature comforts, your sense of trust in the ground beneath your feet. But just because I said the sacral chakra, let me tell you about that as well. Maybe there's kind of a combination for you in this pile. Sacral chakra is about creativity, sex, your sense of what you can make happen in the world that comes from within you. So it's like an inner generativity. So let's see, what positive qualities about yourself are you missing? Prayer posture of sobriety for type 7. These are from my Enneagram deck. The love they want, type 5. I honor your space. Take what you need. Prayer posture of type 1. Serenity. Prayer posture of type 9. Action. Let me just make sure these are all kind of in shot. How's that? Better. Okay. Instinct challenge of sexual instinct, impact on the whole, experience of the other, nurturing, networking, progressive growth, and deepening. Wisdom of type 6, there's a knowing that you dare not acknowledge, listen to its voice. From the Love Bomb Oracles, you inspire me to be a better person. I'm really glad to have your advice when I need it. Thank you. Your smile is contagious. Thank you. And you're a great role model. And from the Ethereal Visions, we have the Strength card, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and 6 of Wands. I'm going to just check one more time and make sure you can see everything. Looks good. Okay. So, what positive qualities are you missing about yourself? Well, a lot. A lot. A lot of these positive qualities have come from your prayer life. I think it's significant that you have 3 prayer postures here. One around peace and serenity, which is, release and acceptance, surrender. Action, which is about receiving energy from the divine to channel into the world. It's very sacral chakra-y. And then sobriety, which is about releasing the need to overindulge. So those 3 things together, I really get, keeping your head down and staying in your own lane, which is very important. And from your tarot, there's a message coming through of just how much strength you have inside yourself and how successful and accomplished you've become. Maybe it snuck up on you a little bit, pile 4, and you haven't noticed, but you have a very stable life. And that stability, part of what's really stable in your life is your abundance, your wealth, the depth of your relationships and the intimacy of your relationships, your ability to solve problems and come through with a successful solution when things come your way. I want to get a clarifier for this Instinct Challenge card. It seems to not fit with the others, so I want to clarify what Spirit wants to tell you with that. So, Spirit, can you let us know for this Instinct Challenge card, what positive quality is this relating to that my pile 4s need to know about? You have the 8 of Cups. Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 5 of Wands. So this relates to, and we have 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck again, this relates to your willingness to leave situations and people behind when they're no longer healthy for you, even if it breaks your own heart, even if it's a really difficult thing to do. There's a lot of people in life who will stick with people and places far beyond and far longer when they're healthy for them because they don't want to have that breakup conversation. They don't want to say goodbye. And you have developed a really strong muscle within yourself of being able to do just that, to say, it's been great being with you. I've received so much, so many gifts, and I feel like our paths are going different directions now. And the message I'm hearing is that actually, more than any other thing, it's been a huge part of your success. Your willingness to do that, to feel the tough feelings, to deal with the conflict that might come up or the accusations that might come up at times of just speaking your truth. That's been a huge part of not only your success, but also your happiness and abundance. And then with our love bomb oracles here, these are just a few things that your influence on others, if you didn't know, that you inspire others to be better. I think this has, is related to this message that, how to say that you're a very growth oriented person. You're always looking to, okay, what's next, and how do I keep on that path, and that inspires others to try harder and make more of themselves as well. And I really am getting it like a sacral chakra feel from this. It's like it's your creativity that comes out in the world. You forging the path ahead, you listening to God, listening to Spirit about what are the next steps for you to take. And you give great advice, pile 4. Okay, so what I'd like to ask now, and this is the New York City Tarot card deck. What I'd like to ask now, okay, 4, I even got the question out. Why does this the message pile 4 need to hear about their positive qualities? Well, again, we have the 10 of Cups. So you have it twice from 2 different decks. What else do my pile 4 people, why is this the message for them? It's ironic that sometimes we can be really happy and fulfilled and almost like not notice. So I think that's what's coming through. It's like Spirit's asking you to just pause and see how much your life has changed, how happy you are, how much abundance you have. Okay. So there's a message coming through here as well with the Moon and 10 of Pentacles in reverse that perhaps there's some area of your life where you're feeling like you don't have enough money. And that's influencing your ability to see yourself as very successful. Spirit's wanting to let you know that money will come. You'll get to where you need to get to. And that doesn't mean that you don't have everything that you need and you're not living a wildly rich life right now. So don't miss all the blessings that you have around you because there's this one area where you feel like you don't have quite the money that you need. With 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, I'm getting that part of your richness and abundance is in your friendships, in your relationships. What is it they say that once you become an adult, like after college, if you go to college, if you have 3 close friendships, you're in a better situation than the majority of Americans anyway. And I would say if you were to take stock of your life right now, you would be double or triple that in real, true, like I would die for you type friendships. It's really amazing. With the 7 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles, 2 sevens, again, there's a reference to you being willing to walk away from things that aren't healthy for you anymore. With this deck and with this card, the message I always get is taking out the trash. You've taken out the trash in your life. You don't let it fester. And that means that you are like this fat cat sitting in a pantry surrounded by healthy, wonderful, nourishing food, relaxed, king or queen or master, mistress, sovereign of your domain. Okay. Spirit, anything I missed that you'd like to add? Or anything you'd like to correct that I said? 9 of Cups. You're living the dream. So notice that you're living the dream because it's really amazing. Okay, and let's get some final advice for you. This is going to be from the Practical Tarot Wisdom deck. This is just a Rider-Waite tarot deck, but each card has some advice written on it. So I will just pull a card for you and read that advice and let the advice stand on its own to close your reading. Here we go. We have for you the Emperor. Here is the reminder to check your boundaries. It's up to you to determine if those borders need to be opened or shut down. Make sure others are completing their work also. It's not always fun to be the boss, but somebody's got to do it. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 4. Wishing you a great day or evening wherever you're watching. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you'd like to, and I hope to see you in a future reading. Bye bye.